Hi, Connie Smith here with Homeschool High Five. And today I want to remind you to squeeze the day. You said squeeze the what? Well, you've heard of seize the day. I want to talk to you about squeezing the juice out of each and every day to experience all the richness and goodness that God has for you as each day being a gift. When I lived in Jacksonville, I had an orange tree in our yard, and in the winter, December, January, we would get these great oranges, and I would squeeze them for fresh squeezed orange juice. And I would make sure I squeezed as much as I could. I called that stuff liquid gold because it was so precious and so, we only had a limited amount for the season. But I wanted to make sure I got all of the juice out of those oranges. And we enjoyed them so much. And that's what I want to encourage you to do, to squeeze the juice out of each and every day, to look forward to each day and see, to think of it as a gift. Now, there's a saying that says that the days are long, but the years are short. And when you're in the thick of it and when you're dealing with things day in and day out, it can seem like it drags on. And are you ever going to get through this phase? Or are they ever going to learn those math facts? Or, when you had babies, are they ever going to get out of diapers or pull-ups? But each day, may seem long, but when you look back over it, the years go by so quickly. Ask me how I know. We're in our 12th year of homeschooling, and Olivia's getting ready to go into her senior year next year, off to college. Mikey's going to go to high school. And when I look back on it, it seems like it went by in a flash. But the good thing is that when I look back over it, I can look over the years and see all that we've done, all that we've accomplished, all the memories we've made. And that's a good thing. And so that's what I want to encourage you, not to get lost on the days that seem long and wearisome and tiresome, but to realize that you want to look forward to each day and the gift that it brings you, because those years do go by so quickly. Now, with a routine life, routine does not have to equate mundane or boring. And sometimes people think, well, a routine life, you're just doing the same thing each day. Not necessarily, but a routine will help you maximize each day. Now, we have, routine maybe not like, down to the minute or anything like that, but we do have a routine. Some people have it where from 9 to 10 every morning they're doing math, and from 10 to 11 they're in science. We don't have that type of routine, but my children do have a routine. We start our day off a certain way. We go through what we have to do for that week. We follow up at the end of the day, prepare for the next day. And it adds a richness, because if without, sometimes things being in a routine, you kind of get lost and you're like, where am I? And it also can be tiresome on your mind. Think of it this way. One good thing that has come out of quarantine is that I have worked on meal plans. And I kind of plan out, for the next week and do my shopping. Whereas before it was like every day, what are we going to have for dinner? And it's a lot on your brain every day to have to think of that. But having it planned out, by the month, and, sometimes we adjust, we switch this meal to that meal, but to have at least something on paper helps, because each day I'm not having to rethink this thing out. So as far as your homeschool day, it will help bring a richness. It'll help bring a sanity to you, to have a routine, to have a plan, to kind of know where you're headed, and having things kind of in an order will help. It not only helps you, but it helps your children to stay on track as well. Let me tell you, one thing I've learned in homeschooling is that having an expectation that they have an awareness of the expectation that you have for them. And that can be, for a subject, that can be for the school year, but it also can be for the day or the week. What are you expecting from them? And that helps them so much, and it will help you as well. Now, when I say squeeze the day, I don't want you to get in bondage over this. Don't try to overdo it. Don't focus on what you didn't get to. And, I look back sometimes and say, man, I wish we would have done this. Or when they were younger, I wish we would have spent more time doing, maybe crafts or arts or whatever. And we've done a lot of that kind of stuff. But I tried to focus on We did do the field trips. We did go, to the art classes. We did have our library every week, where we'd go get our books and things like that. We did read the books. And we're still doing that today. We're still making the memories today. We're still squeezing the juice out today, even though that they're, in high school. And, I feel like sometimes that the sands are slipping through the hourglass so quickly because I'm barely a year and a half and Olivia's off to college. And so I want to maximize. But I'm grateful that I'm not looking at this last year and a half saying, man, I've got to maximize so much in this last year and a half. But over the years, I can look back and see how we did that. But don't try to overdo it. That leads to exhaustion, burnout, not only for you, but for the children as well. Homeschooling is not a sprint. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And if you're going to do this for any length of time, you want to make sure that you are in it for the long haul. So think of it as a marathon. I'm in my 12th year, and the fact that I can enjoy it as much now as I did when, we started, it's because we've paced ourselves. So don't try to overdo it. Don't overemphasize what you haven't gotten to. It's okay. Trust me, you're probably doing way more and way better than you think. Now remember that add in your breaks, add in your vacations, add in your rest time. We have no alarm Saturdays sometimes, especially, outside of quarantine when we were going, we'd have it where, on a Saturday, no alarm would be set. And those things are important to build in. So I just want to encourage you, squeeze the day, enjoy each and every day as a gift. And remember, I believe in you and I know you can do it. High five.